let's talk about laziness. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. And sometimes we do feel like lazy, we don't want to study, we don't want to do the work or do something that brings us closer to our goals. It's totally normal. However, just don't be lazy like too long. Maybe you're lazy for a few hours or maybe like a day, and tomorrow get up, do something. Don't stay lazy for a long period of time. First of all, like, what are the symptoms or like what are the signs that a person is lazy? Maybe some basic symptoms include like they don't want to go the extra mile, they just do like the bare minimum. For example, like they need to finish a task, they just do the bare minimum to like pass the task, you know what I mean? Maybe if they have a task, they can get 60, they just get 60 to pass. It's something like they don't go the extra mile. They don't try to give their best in what they are doing. Number two, they have a lot of excuses. Like maybe when they're asked to do something, they say like, oh, I'm not awake yet. Oh, I wanna watch. Oh, I wanna do whatever. Excuses, excuses, and excuses. And probably the last one is lazy people like to procrastinate, to postpone what should have been done earlier. Actually, if someone recognize that they feel like they are lazy, like they recognize like, kayaknya gue males deh selama ini. Like they know that they might have been lazy for the past few days or past few moments. Like it's actually a good starting point because they recognize like they're not doing as much or they're not doing what they should have been doing, and it's a good starting point to be able to acknowledge that they are lazy and they don't want to be lazy anymore. Before I give you further tips on like how to not be lazy, how to be diligent, how to not procrastinate and start doing the work to help you achieve your goals, I want to tell you about the thing called the pain of regret and also the pain of discipline. The pain of regret is talking about because we're not doing what we should have done, then after time has passes, we regret that we did not do the thing. Maybe for example, a student wants to enter a top university, but during his high school years, he did not study well, he did not learn well, and did not achieve a score which is high enough for him to enter the university. After years later, he could not enter the university, then he regret of not studying well when he was still in high school. That is the pain of regret. However, the pain of discipline is basically the pain of doing the work, the pain of studying when maybe some of our friends are playing or maybe hanging out. It's like the pain of working, you know what I mean? Because working or studying or being disciplined, it takes intention, you know, to be able to focus on the things that should be done at the time. Of course, as humans, we might struggle with a thing called delayed gratification. We want to play, we want to watch Netflix, we want to hang out with our friends instead of preparing for exams or maybe just doing work in general, because it's not easy sometimes. However, that pain can help us avoid what is called the pain of regret. And I think all of us want to choose the pain of discipline instead of the pain of regret. This will be a good starting point to keep in mind so that every time we think that we want to be lazy, we want to lie down, we want to play games, maybe we can have a bigger perspective that we want to achieve our goals, and in order to achieve our goals, our dreams, our visions, we need to put in the work. Okay, now let's just go straight into how to not be lazy, how to actually do the work in order for us to achieve our goals. Number one, maybe it's hard for some of us to actually just start studying, just start doing the activity because it seems overwhelming. The way to get over it is to break down our goals into tiny little goals that we can like tick off once we finish it. This makes it less overwhelming. For example, we want to exercise, we want to get fit. Then your goal could be do 15 push-ups today. That's all. Simple. Not too overwhelming, not too hard. And you can just maybe get started going to the ground and do the push-up right now because it's only 15 push-up and you're done. You finish one of your to-do lists. Breaking down your goals, for example, you want to study for an exam, you break it down into today I want to do 2 past papers. Maybe it's still too big. Today I want to do 2 questions from the past paper. Or maybe even today, I just want to do 1 question from the past paper. That's it. This will make it less overwhelming and you will start to just do it right away because it's only 1 question. After all, like you can probably finish it in 30 minutes maximum. And after that, the magic might happen. Because you started doing something, you might proceed like finishing even the whole past paper because you already start doing, you're sitting, you're focused, and you might as well continue with the whole paper. But if not, then it's okay. Just be consistent, stick with one question a day, and you'll be good off actually. I want to share you this graph from James Clear Atomic Habits that I think is really cool, you know. It shows us that little consistent gains actually adds up and it can compound and really makes a difference as time goes on. As we can see here, there are two lines. First of all, if we get 1% better every day, and it's compounded consistently for a year, 365 days, then by the end of the year, we are 37.78 times better. It's a huge difference, you know, if we just keep being consistent doing the past papers. Why past papers? Because maybe for Cambridge A-levels, yeah, you can consistently practice those, or maybe even in our real life, whatever. Like for example, if me to consistently keep on creating videos, like it can take me a long way. Because what I learned, like a lot of things in this life, it's also not a linear growth, it's like a compound growth, or more specifically exponential growth. And that's why for the first few times we do something, we think that there is no effect, there is no result, there is nothing. Why am I doing this? Like for example, creating videos with no viral ones. It seems like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Like, yeah, I spent hours, but then the results might not seem significant. However, I know that things like YouTube and social media, or even investing, it takes time, it takes patience, because it grows exponentially. On the other hand, if a person gets 1% worse every day, then after a year compounded, what's left is only 0.03, almost nothing. It's really stunning. Like if we get worse, no, not we lah. If a person get worse every single day, like after a year, it's almost zero. It's almost nothing. It's like gone. At least if we're not improving, just don't become worse, you know. You know what I'm saying? Like it takes effort to maintain things and to be intentional and keep on getting better and being patient and diligent in whatever we're doing, improving every single day. It's really important, and over time it will make a huge difference between someone who is consistent in practicing and working in whatever they're doing, and someone who is only like doing nothing, you know, getting worse every single day. Let me tell you about the Grand Canyon. You know the Grand Canyon, right? It's really beautiful. I want to go there if it's possible one day, because it seems a really good view there. And you know how it is formed? For millions of years, like there's a water passing through the land there, and because of that, erosion happens. Because it consistently flow, like the water consistently flow, a little bit of water keeps on passing through. After millions of years, it creates like a really deep cut, you know, like until the Grand Canyon we see today, there is like a huge separation. I love this illustration because it shows once again that little actions done consistently with the right intensity and also frequency, it can lead to a really different result, or even a really significant result. And it's important that I highlight frequency and consistency. People think that it's all about consistent, but what is consistent? Like maybe studying once a week, it could be consistent because you're doing it every week. However, it might not be enough because the frequency is too small, it's too little. You might need to be consistent but also increase the frequency. For example, learning 5 times a week consistently for a year, then that might really produce the different results than only being consistent but not enough frequency. For example, like someone wants to get 6-pack but they only exercise every week, and it's not enough, because to be able to produce the results, they need also to increase the frequency, and another thing, the intensity. If people want to get 6-pack but they just exercise lightly, they don't do like heavy sit-ups or maybe like workout routine, but you get what I mean, right? So the 3 things are really important: consistency, frequency, and intensity. When it comes to being lazy, maybe some people say like I don't feel like learning, I don't feel like doing this thing, I don't feel like doing that thing. And it becomes like you have the feeling first before you do the action. However, it might actually be opposite, like you need to do the action first before you get the feeling. And I might experience this like a few weeks ago where I didn't feel like editing a video. However, I just sit down and just started editing, and after like an hour or so, or two probably, I start getting the feel like I want to edit more, like I want to create some progress. If I listen to my feeling that I don't feel like editing, I just want to chill, to, I don't know, just sit, maybe read stuff, then probably I wouldn't produce any videos because the feeling didn't came. Most of the times, probably we need also to just start doing the actions. Just do it when we feel lazy, when we don't feel like we have the will. Just try to sit down and start doing whatever you want to do. If you want to exercise, then just change your clothes into an exercise shirt and start exercising. Start doing those reps. Alright, after all, I just want to say maybe also knowing your why, like why you want to achieve the goal, will also remind you when you feel lazy, because it can give you the extra motivation that you need in times where you don't feel like doing something. Like envision your goal, envision what you want to achieve, why you need to do the thing that you don't feel like doing. Then besides that, don't worry too much too if you fail maybe to do the things that you have planned or already put in your to-do list but you don't manage to complete it. It's okay to maybe miss like once or twice, but just keep on improving, just keep on going and be a better person. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you like this video, you can leave a like below and watch my other videos. But make sure that this is not a form of procrastination, yeah. If you are procrastinating right now, do your work, and maybe when you want to relax, come and watch my other videos. See you guys!